Morning guys, very warm welcome back to Motorhome Adventures. We're at Northampton at Marous Leisure.
Yes, in the Midlands, all the way in the Midlands from Tenby.
I know.
Miles it was.
It's a long way away, isn't it?
Oh, miles. Anyway, good excuse to stay away in the van.
Yes, and we've come to look at some of their camper vans and vans, 2024 models included, and a good look around the dealership here. So come join us.
Yep, let's go and have a look at one or two of the vans that we were talking to you about from the Motorhome show. Bit more of a detailed look. It's like being a sweet shop, isn't it?
Isn't it? Yeah, look at those.
A sweet shop.
Lovely.
Hundreds of vans, 7.3. There's even some 24 plates here as well. Brand new. We're right at the end of February 2024. And look, oh, there's an M-Star here as well. Brand new model for 2024. So keep an eye on the channel. One or two films coming, hopefully including the M-Star review very shortly. Another walkthrough here at Northampton, Marous in Northampton. Do look out on the channels, probably one or two other films from Marous in Northampton here, but this particular film is about brand new 2024 Mercedes M-Star. So it's an auto sleeper van, the auto sleeper M-Star on the Mercedes base. Brand new this year, and there's some facts and figures just coming up on the screen there to give you an idea of its dimensions and its book price as of February 2024 that we are now. Then hence it is a bit dull and dreary, isn't it? Anyway, it's anything but dull and dreary in this van, so come and have a look and see what Auto Sleeper have released for 2024 on this lovely Mercedes chassis. So if we have a wander around the outside first before taking you inside, you'll see that lovely privacy glass there on the M-Star, and look at the size of that Omnister two-layer awning. Absolutely cracking that. Built-in lighting going all the way along underneath there. You see that LED strip light, which hopefully we'll get running for you once we're in the van. Nice alloy wheels there. You've of course got, no self-respecting van down on the Mediterranean, or indeed in beautiful South Wales, or perhaps in Northampton, would have an outdoor barbecue point. Fantastic. There's our Sprinter logo on the back there, the 317 CDI, that gives you a clue as to what's under the bonnet. The M-Star, Auto Sleeper M-Star logo there. Rear camera up the top there. Look after you whilst you're going backwards, and plenty of lighting as well. Those little LED reversing lights there to complement some of the additional ones there. Fantastic lighting at the back there. Again, similar theme along there, all that privacy glass. It's really nice there. And you can see one or two telltales up the top there. You can just see the black edge there of a solar panel, which this has. You can also see the word Truma up there. That is obviously a aircon unit there, your TV aerial up there, and some opening hatches. So one or two things to show you once we're in there. But while we're over this side of the van, I'll also show you some of the stuff and the extras on the outside. First and foremost, you can see there you've got a freshwater inlet, and just to the left here, that's your Alde wet heating exhaust system coming out the van there. But obviously that's your freshwater fill with a blue marking on there. But then underneath you can just see that's where this bit here just pops out. Unscrew the end here, and that allows you to empty your tank completely of fresh water if you don't want to carry it when you're on the move. Clips back in there. So that's quite nice and easy to get to, and to empty your water out. Exhaust point there for your Mercedes CDI engine that's running. And if we have a look under here, this piece here, this is actually a grey water tank, because just there you can see coming out of the side of it, and to another length of pipe here, this is your grey waste. So again, you can pop this off. You can either take this end piece off and empty your grey water out, or indeed you can attach a piece to this bit here, which allows you then to pipe, if you've got the right piping, to pipe it to perhaps a a waste drain on your pitch. If you're lucky enough to perhaps have booked a pitch with its own grey water waste drain, then you can hook up, and for the entirety of your stay you can leave the valves in the grey water valves in the van open, and it just then allows it to permanently drain, so you don't have to keep ferrying water away. Of course, if you haven't got the put together system that allows you to extend this pipe, then you could merely have a water carrier of some sort. We carry a big 46 litre waste hog which slides under the van. You can put the outlet pipe straight into it, and it takes a fair old bit of water before you've got to head off. It's obviously got wheels on, and off you go to your nearest grey waste drain. So that's that. That's the exhaust that I mentioned, and then just above it we've got the toilet cassette here, so let's just pop that open, and there you go, there's your standard Thetford cassette toilet. As and when it comes to emptying time, it's just this little blue catch here. You just grab hold of that and lift it up, which allows then the cassette to slide out. This piece then pivots out and unscrews, and then when it comes time to empty it, then it's just a matter of taking your end cap off, making sure you keep that pressed down, and there's a sort of handle piece under there just to allow that, making sure you keep this button pressed down as you tip out of the end tube there, because obviously this bit allows air into the back end of the cassette, which allows the system then to purge itself of the contents. Otherwise, if you don't press this button, you'll be suspended over the black water drop for quite a while, waiting for it to actually drain. So button in, and as you hold the button in, empty out. That's that. And obviously this has got, as you can see there, it's got a built-in handle which then folds up. If we just pop that up on its end, he does it one-handed. There, that one comes out, and then with the little built-in wheels, you can off you can go to your black water waste point. Clips back into the back there, and then you can lift it back into place. You can see they've already got supplied for you some Aquachem blue, a couple of different types. There's a green and a blue. The green one is often acceptable as something you can put down the drains almost anywhere. Certainly a lot of Europe travel we do. They like you to have the green one. It's basically the same as this, but a green coloured version. And you can see the electrics in there. Your water supply for your electric flush on the toilet, and up under there the toilet hatch entrance itself. So let's pop that cassette back in. That clips back in on that blue clip, and that's obviously lockable as well. Make sure nobody wanders off with your cassette. God knows who would do that though, eh? M-Star logo down there on the side. And then at the front here, another really nice touch, which I do like, is a gasset system. So no more carrying 6 or 13 litre LPG bottles. You merely have a refillable gas tank, which, if we get down again, we might be able to see it underneath. Yeah, you can just see it back there, encased. Just here, there's your gas tank encased, protected there, and then there are various apps that you can get which tell you where the network of garages are that can supply you with LPG, or indeed other places apart from just garages. It's just a matter of popping that off, connecting up with the fitting provided by the gas supplier, and away you go, a bit like filling up with diesel. So that's a great system, that, and really good to see. Has a great capacity in that tank that's underslung on the vehicle, and will keep you supplied with gas for a fair old time. So a typical, if you know the Mercedes, typical really nice layout of the Mercedes dash, but they're all the functionality that you'd expect of a really nice Sprinter vehicle. Nice central display there. With the auto sleeper logos, lots of hands-free functionality as you'd expect on the steering column, and a really nice clear display there. Lighting systems, there's your gasset indicator that tells you what your gas level is like, and then obviously all your usual extras that you'd expect with your door pockets and your electric windows and manual locking ability. This one obviously on an auto box. So let's pop around the other side. Nice front end on the Marous. Nice van, the Sprinter, really nice. Let's have a quick look in the passenger side as well. Obviously you've got your filler here for your diesel. Euro 6 engine, of course. And then over the passenger side, all the extra bits and bobs that you'd expect with the cubbies and storage here, drinks holders, bits and pieces, plenty of storage as you'd expect. And seats at the front here, which are really nice. They've got this sort of extendable piece here, which is for your knees. Oops, there we go. It just opens out a bit, just allows you a bit more leg length there when you're sitting, and then also other functionality of the usual tilt and angle. Obviously this seat swivels right the way around, as you can see by the driver's seat being against the bulkhead. That one doesn't swivel. But I'll show you how this one turns around once we're inside the van. But again, very standard features in the Sprinter, and are really nice. They're very nice, nicely equipped vans. Plenty of door storage in the passenger doors here, your electric window controls, and while we're over here as well, on both sides, both the driver's side and this side, you've got these little pinch together hooks here, which then allow this to slide across, and then we'll just bring that across there like that, and this piece just slides along there, and then there's a little magnetic strip right on the end here which links up with a corresponding magnetic strip there, and there you've got your straightforward privacy blinds fitted. Slide that back. Just have to go steady. As you can see, they're a sort of papery type material, so quite fragile, same as the ones we've got in our mobile Veta motorhome. So you just have to be a little bit careful when you're taking them back to make sure they're folding up nicely and stowing away. Identical one over on the driver's side. At the front here as well, which is easier to do when I'm out the van, is an identical system. You see here there's a rail along the front of the windscreen. There's also a rail running along the top here, and that therefore, as you can see, has a piece that comes out, slides along that rail, and the one corresponding from the other side on the A pillar there, that comes across. They meet in the middle, and obviously there's a magnetic strip all the way down there which holds them together. And again, as they come back, just bring them back nice and evenly, and just make sure they clip in well without scrunching up that quite fragile sort of blind material. Okay. You can see hiding away there as we open this lovely big sliding door. You can see there that we've got the telltale sign of an electric step, and the switch for that is just down at the side there. Just touch that once and out comes the electric step. So that gives you, I mean, it's a really good size sliding opening there, and you can see straight away that you've got an extendable work surface here for your galley area, which is inside. See, that lifts up there, very nice too, and provides that extra space for you. You can see that this little piece here clips into that little piece there, so if I lift that like that, you can see there, that's how it all goes together. That little piece there, and there you've got that extra piece of work surface. Let's just clip that in. There we go. You see it's just clipped in there like that. That's levelled it out nicely. There we go, and corresponding little catches for when it's in its folded position down the side there. Obviously you can have a carpeting system in here. In fact, you can see at the back there, perhaps just see, in plastic, all the carpeting ready to go. You've got the poppers round the side here, which the carpet will clip to, and while we're also down here, you can see that there's some other switching here for lighting. There's some 3-pin power there. There's your little recess there ready for the table post, for one of a table that can be shared between driver and passenger up the front there, and one or two other bits. There's some lighting, of course, along the front here, which once we're in there and have powered it up, we should be able to see how they've lit some of the interior, which is really nice, some really nice LED lighting. So let's pop this work surface away, and once we've got this full sort of galley effect out, we might pop that back up once we're inside to give you an idea of what it's all like when it's opened out. So let's head on in, and first and foremost let's power it up so we can get some light in here. So the control panel is a little bit like if you saw the other film on our channel with the auto sleepers symbol, then it's very similar. Little power switch at the bottom there, which fires everything to life. This one also, you can just press the power on that. That's your Aldi heating system. This has got a wet heating system. So radiator fed with fluid. So let's put some lighting on. Let's put the awning one on as well, and the entry lights on. So we've got all the lights on in here. Now you can start to see that recessed lighting. Fair bit of functionality in the control panel. For example, if we go to the power button just here, then you can of course get a really good view there of your charging state of your batteries. You can of course find out a little bit more if you touch the help there. Tells you a little bit about what you should be, or what the readings should be showing, and of course it tells you a little bit about your current solar input and how your batteries are charging and how that solar panel on the roof is working. So a very good little control panel, that nice and easy to interact with. We go back to the home page, got your gas there, that switches the gas on and off. Water there, that tells us our levels in our grey and fresh water tanks. Also got ability there, you just see there, that's your water heater, your pump, and the other functionality there. And then, oops, not that one, Enviro as well. That obviously tells you your van internal and external temperatures. So nice and easy to work with. And there's your, that's just, you can have that as your permanent display if you like, which shows you all the key information that you might need. Switch it off, just touch that, and that's everything off. Very easy to work with. You can see some of that lighting now. There's the entry lighting, nice little auto sleeper logo lit up there. Recessed LEDs underneath there, which starts to provide a really nice lighting effect. And then also we've also got functionality down at the bottom here with these switches here, which allow you to switch off those lights as you're coming in and out. Little pin LEDs up at the top there all make a very nice little effect as you're coming into the van. So the front seat, that has, as I mentioned, it swivels. So down at the front there, you've got this lever right down there in the middle, and with a pull of that lever, then it we can now swing the front seat round. Let's bring that round. There we go, and that is just now facing to the rear, but you can see the table there ready for the table post there. Allows you to have a table in between both driver and passenger, and yeah, they are very comfy seats, these, very nice too. So there we go. So you've obviously got that partial turn for the driver's seat as opposed to the full turn which you can get from the passenger seat, and you can see that if we move them, they obviously can be adjusted to and fro the seats, but you can see how once that post is in there, you've got the ability to have like a little coffee table up the front here, and I'll show you how that coffee table pops in, and indeed where it's stored, hidden away in the van. So let's just get as we go in, let's just get a little bit more lighting in here. There's a couple of switches here, got USB of course, chargers as well, good to see, but these two switches then bring on, as you can see, if I just pop those switches back and forward, you can see you've got the central lights up in the middle there, then you've got these recessed LEDs each side that come on, and then similarly if I do the same over this side, you can see you've got central lights going all the way down the centre of the van. Those recessed LEDs up at the top there, which give a really nice lighting effect. In fact, let's just bring this door closed. There we go. And that's with it lit up now. So no light on the camera, so you're just getting a flavour there of what it's like lit inside here, and indeed how much you can and can't see out of the quite dark, as you saw on the outside, quite dark privacy glass. So you've still got a view out yourself from in here, but very difficult to actually see anything in the van. Of course, additionally, they've got the curtains that go round the sides, nicely held back by the little retainers there. And of course, you've also got individual pin lights here, which run underneath the units there. They've got a little switching system there on them. And then over this side, similarly, you've got another couple there and one up there. So plenty of lighting at the back here. And obviously when it's in bed mode, plenty of sort of reading style lights with those little LEDs. Keeping up high here, these lockers, pretty nice and spacious, plenty of storage in them. Slightly different style of catch system, not come across that one before, that they've put on this brand new M-Star. And storage all the way along the top here. Good old TV remote. Exciting times. And the final up over, look, we've even got some glasses and of course some bottle holders. What self-respecting drinks cupboard wouldn't have some bottle holders? Over the other side, sort of identical set of lockers. And there we go. Little pockets at the back there for some document pouches. Your fire alarm system up there, smoke alarm detector there, and obviously internal door catches. And as you can just see there, which we'll see from the outside, some little storage pockets built into the rear doors. So what we'll do is we'll have these, we'll take some of these cushions off at the back here, just to show you how the bed and what's under the bed and the storage under the bed. So first of all, on the off side of the van, once I've taken those cushions off, you can see this piece slides quite easily on those runners there, and that forms part of your bed frame. And there's a similar piece that comes out from the other side just under this one. What we'll do is just have a look under here, because you can see what other bits are hidden away under here. There is your boiler that we saw the exhaust of on the outside of the van there. That's the Aldi wet heating system, radiator fed, so you can see some of the piping and tubing coming out of the boiler there, taking your warm fluid to the radiators around the van. What you can also see down there is, we remember you had our fresh water fill down there, so we've got our water tank, and then underneath there you've got the water pump that sends the water around to your sink and your shower and all those sort of bits and pieces. So that's under that side. So on the near side, you see I've just shifted the cushions over. You've again got a very similar process in that this piece, centre piece, slides out. But it also lifts, so it's on gas struts at each end, so you can take the whole thing and just lift it like that. It lifts up with that assistance from the gas strut. In there you can obviously see, ready for the new owner look, auto sleeper logoed, nice furry type effect cushions. For your for each side of the van, and then some extra bolsters and bits and bobs. So once those are obviously out of the way and stowed nicely on the lovely seating back here, then you've got that big open void underneath there. So that's a huge storage space, and a very useful storage space, which can of course be accessed as well by popping open that little cupboard there, so you can keep some bits and pieces in there as well without having to lift the whole thing up if you're already perhaps in bed mode or similar. Right, so that's the first two out. So you can see I've just popped the framework out from each side. As you've probably seen from, if you've seen any of the literature on this new M-Star, you'll see that the bed suggestion is that way, so you can either have it as two singles sleeping front to back, or you can have it, as I've now set it up there, as one large double, and it is a good size. So if I do the lie test on it, You can see there that my feet are right down the end there. I'm 5'11", my head is about 3 or 4 inches short of the doors, so about 6 foot long. Hopefully I've got some dimensions on the screen there, which just give you some exact measurements of the bed itself. And there we go, the auto sleeper cushions for when it's in lounge mode would obviously be replaced by your pillows, which would stow in that great big space together with your bedding, which was loads of room under there, and obviously we had some additional room under this side as well. As you'd expect, as we go back into lounge mode, these have obviously got poppers on there which locate into there and just keep these cushions in place for you. And I'll pop this one back on the end there, and the extra ones were of course stowed away underneath. Nice little auto sleeper logo embroidered into the end there. These are lovely and super squishy sofa cushions. Very nicely done too. Obviously from a positional point of view, this would not only, we've got our post down there, which I'll show you the table in a second, but we've also got that wall probably is where some of your electrics are, the other side of the cupboard. You've also got in this cupboard some hanging space there. You've also got your 2 table posts. So while we've got this open, let's just pop this one out. They just pull out there. This one is going to pop in there. Slide that out of the way, there we go. And then the other one, this other one pops in down the back here. There we go, slides in very easily there. No need to jump on it, turn it, twist it, force it. And then down the bottom here, we've got a couple of things. We've got, of course, our goodie bag. If you saw the other auto sleeper van on the channel, have a look out for that if you haven't. That was the symbol as well from here in Northampton. But you had a goodie bag and it was full of goodies. So let's move the goodie bag out and we'll then be able to get the tables. So in the goodie bag, you've got your mains carry cable, your electric hookup cable. It's obviously inside its cover, which zippable cover, which they also provide for you. And then you can see, very similar to the other vans we've done, you've got your little dining set, 6-piece dining set. You've got your grill pan there, you've got a warning triangle in there, you've got some document pouches in there, first aid kit, lots of other goodies if you're the proud owner of this Mercedes M-Star. So let's have a look back in here now we've cleared a bit of space. So you can see identical tabletops, just with that simple little slide around catch there. And if I can do it one-handed, we'll just walk this one out here. This is the one that fits, or anyone can fit up at the front here. There we go. So really lightweight that. Very lightweight tabletop. And you can squeeze in here. And there you go. There's a little tabletop which you can use if you wanted to sit up at the front here and watch the world go by. Or alternatively, we'll get the other one set up down at the back here. So let's pop this one out. Again, really nice and light, nice and easy to manoeuvre it one-handed. There we go. And that just sits on there. So again, oops, again, leg room underneath there. Once the table's up, room for a couple of plates here. If you're going to dine at the back here, or of course, if you are reclining, leaning back there, feet up, watching telly, then a nice little coffee table to your right or left, where you could put your coffee and treats, eh? Always got to have some treats. There's that extra lighting as well. Just pop those on. There you go. So those extra nice little LEDs under there with those reading lights. Pop these ones on as well. There we go. So you can see with everything, we've also got, additionally, we've got those 2 little lights on the cooker overhead there. We'll come to the galley in a second. But you know, with everything on in here, really nicely lit. Lots of Let's just shut that and you get a feel looking down the van there. There we go, looking from the back there. Big space, lovely, wouldn't it? Sat down on the mid somewhere. Awning out, barbecue out, very nice too. Plenty of room to move up and down the van and or around the galley. So let's finish off in that cupboard area and then we'll show you a bit forward. Now, from a TV point of view, it is hiding. Yes, it's hiding up under here because you have got one fitted as standard. And in fact, not only is the TV fitted, but at the bottom here is actually a sound bar. So this little clip here, if we grab hold of that, just push it forward and down she comes. You can just see it come down the first bit. So now if we have a look around the back, you can see this little tilt bracket here allows it to swing back and rotate each way, and also allows it to fold back against the backboard there. So you can see up there, that's where your TV disappears to. And what it looks like from the front now is that it means that we can tilt the angle, and there's that lovely Avtex soundbar that I mentioned, which is added onto your Avtex TV. And there we go, just give you an idea of it when it's in that down position. Very nice too, isn't it? And that's popped back up again. So very nice TV installation, that nice and simple, stashed away, protected behind that nice wooden casing, all ready to go. And of course that connects, as you saw in there just a little bit earlier, that connects up through the back here and then on into this cupboard here, where we've got your TV in, boosters, you've got your max view system in there that comes as standard, and you've also got your little Avtex TV router there as well. On the top there, just up at the back left there, behind those more boxes of goodies. So many goodies when you get one of these M-Stars. Top left there, that is your master switch for the microwave oven, which is just in front of me here. There we go. And then just below it you've got your Dometic fridge, which is a really nice size fridge there, right down to almost the floor. Can actually open both ways. You see these little hinges, so it's quite a firm, to release it from those little clips up there, it's quite a firm pull. And there we go, your little freezer section there. Little vegetable tray down the bottom. Very nice too. The Aldi system at the back here, this is your top up for your Aldi reservoir. We know it's a wet heating system in here. Pretty minimal maintenance really, obviously something to chat to your dealer about. We'll tell you how to look after that and how often it needs maintenance and or any topping up. And you'll also see as well, great addition from Auto Sleeper. It's already VIN shipped, your vehicle already VIN shipped, so another good layer of security, which that is. Up above we've seen our max view in there, but that's also of course a storage cupboard as well, quite a bit, good space up there. And then immediately opposite, serving your fridge and your microwave, we've got additionally you've got a 3 gas and 1 electric burner, so a really good size cooker, that almost like, well it is, it's almost a full sort of kitchen cooker, that, not even a miniature version. And then the usual sort of Thetford grill, top grill there, and then a nice oven here that Thetford provide with this unit that sits really nicely in here. Good size oven that, isn't it? Down the bottom here we've got a little bit more storage in there. You've also got, as you can see, some power in there for your extract, and also one of your gas shut-off valves for the hob. And then moving this way, there we go, there's our couple of things hiding away in there. Part of your heating systems, part of your grey waste, heading out into that grey waste tank that we saw on the underside of the Mercedes there. You've got a little pull-out cutlery drawer there. And then on the top here, that's just a very limited space there because obviously we're directly underneath the sink there, so that's your grey waste again, some of your hot and cold pipes at the back there, but perhaps a tiny little bit of storage space as well for tea towel, sponges, whatever, sliding in under there. So let's show you that bit here. There's your lift up cover again, the one or two little extras for draining, and a draining rack that's supplied as part of the vehicle, and they're a straightforward little sink. At the side here, we've obviously already seen how that work surface lifts up, so let's just bring that back up again for you. There, so that's that first bit of work surface lifted up, but then over this side as well, there's also another piece. Just move our goodie bag slightly out the way. Little catch up the top there, and this then drops down, and there's a piece under here. See, this piece pulls out there, and that just provides the tabletop for this. So just have to bring that cushion very slightly forward. There we go. So that just is another piece of work surface, and or of course some drinks holders there. So it makes it quite a long galley space, doesn't it, when you've got both pieces out there, extra work surface, and or of course you can have this down and perhaps use that as either your extra draining surface. This has got of course a glass top as well, so again even more surface. Both of these are glass covered, so might perhaps need a bit of protection or something. If you were going to rest anything on them, perhaps need a little bit of protection from damaging those fragile surfaces. Nice fixtures sort of and fittings though. The taps, this sort of very on-trend matte coloured, and that, while I'm on the subject of that, that's also echoed when in a moment we have a look into that shower and bathroom that is the last bit of the van to look at. So immediately above obviously our 3-burner cooker, we've got our standard Dometic extractor which fires up there. You've got 2 speeds, 2 different speeds, centre being off, and then over this side as well you've got your lighting, slightly lighter and darker lighting depending on which setting you've chosen on there. So let's just put this sink back together again with its more goodies in, ready for the new owner. There we go. And let's come back this side and just give you a look back down the van from here, so you can see those extra work surfaces. Gives you quite a bit of space to play with. In fact, let's just close this door as well. There we are. So the only bit left to have a look at, of course, is our shower room and bathroom. So that's immediately to the left here. So I'll pop these bits back up and then we'll have a look into that last bath, have a look into the bathroom area. And you see now that I've put this this little table bit back up, yet more little USBs hiding there. Good to see. 2 types of fitting there, of course. You've got standard USB and then the USB-C type fittings there as well above it. Pop that cushion back, pop that back into place, and into the bathroom area. You can see as well, got that nice big full sort of mirror there. Again, helps to give that feeling of even more space in here, as if you needed much more space in a 7.1 metre van. Good size that, isn't it? 7.1 metres. Okay, so, and this is the bathroom. So let's just, got one of those touch lights up there, just touch the base of it and that brings it on, and then you can start getting an effect there of the bathroom itself. And straight away you can see what I was mentioning out there. You've got those nice sort of matte black finish fixtures on the taps in here, little water holder, and then obviously on the shower unit itself that same black finish. Let's get the extra light on in here as well. There we go. Cupboarding there, sort of smoked glass again to sort of reflect what's on the external panels as well, glazing. A little bit of storage in here, bathroom cabinet style. A little matte black coat rack there. You've got a hook there up on the door, and then you've got one of your wet heating system radiators there. You've got your electric flush there at the back, and that's the obviously the toilet itself from the cassette that we looked at outside. And there's this separate shower area. So if I come in here, you can see that it's got this little popper. Pop the popper off, pull this through, that stows out the way, and then you've got this nice little door that comes across then and completely encloses the shower, so no need for a curtain or anything like that. So a nice little draining area down there with its own mat, and then if you step into the area itself, you'll see the gap above my head, about 3 or 4 inches, 4 or 5 inches, so that I'm 5'11", so it'd give you about 6'2", 6'3", I reckon, in there. And then perhaps to get fully underneath that, that's probably sitting at about 6'1", 6'2", the shower nozzle. Up above, you've got your usual fly screen one side and blackout blind type thing the other, and of course it's an opening hatch as well. Right, so that's just strap that door back again. There we go, little bifold door secured back for when you're on the move. But nice to have a sort of completely separately enclosed shower cubicle and sink unit, as opposed to ones where you've got a little bit less room in the van, where they sort of squeeze in the shower in and around the toilet area as well, with a drop down basin as well. So it just reflects that extra 7.1 extra length that the Mercedes Sprinter, the M-Star, provides you with. Gives you a little bit more space in your bathroom, doesn't it? Right, let's just pop these lights off. Let's just show you up on that roof. One of the roof hatches open there. There you go, there's that solar panel just there. And of course the edge of your awning there. So there we go. That's our M-Star, Mercedes M-Star. 7.1 metres of Mercedes Sprinter, which Autosleeper have made into their M-Star. Nice, lovely, spacious van. Very modern fixtures and fittings, some lovely recessed LED, some nice little luxurious touches in here, lots of storage, and a fantastic vehicle all round. I really like that. And of course that fantastic Mercedes engine to power you down to the Med, Croatia, Spain, wherever you fancy. Or of course beautiful Tempe, where we're heading next.